I would rate these a lot higher if they had sleeves and a hood.
Yeah.
So without sleeves and a hood, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna give them the best rating.
It does go down to your ankles, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So it doesn't run out, all the water doesn't run straight off the back of your raincoat into your shorts. That helps. Now it just runs down your neck and into your shorts. If you're thinking about doing a small do-it-yourself project, watch this video because this is definitely going to be something that you're going to be able to replicate in your backyard. This is what I'm looking for right here. Spillway in here, pool in here, another spillway out there. And then we'll make this one pool kick over here, and we'll make this one frame a little ripple up behind here, and then probably kick the falls over that way again. So I'm ready to do a liner overlap. Get your liner all the way down to the bottom like that, and then flip it over your rocks. And you see what's going on there. Wrap it around. Make sure that this edge is all the way down to the bottom. Now, I know that edge is all the way down to the bottom. Now I'll pull up this liner as far as it'll go. That's the old basin liner. There we go. That's an overlap. I'm sure that made a lot of sense. Now I'm ready to backfill a nice level pad behind here. Spillway, that was the spillway rock that we had set that high. And I don't want much of a pool. This is a steep slope and it's not really gonna pool much in nature on a steep slope. So I'm just gonna go for like a 2-inch pool. So that means I want the dirt packed into 2 inches below this, or 4 probably. And that way I have room to add 2 inches of gravel. Okay, so basically what you saw us do on this first one, we just repeat. Build a set framing boulders, put a spillway rock in, excavate the next shelf. So I did 1, 2 shelves, you can see those. And I'm working on the third and probably the last one. These 2 rocks I'm gonna do something cool with. So water's gonna start up here, nice tall drop, little pool right in here, and then water's gonna split around this boulder into a tiny pool here, fall into there, and then fall into there. And yeah, like just the way we build the first one, we just keep repeating that until we run out of liner or we reach the height that we want. So tomorrow we're gonna show you, we're gonna plumb up the pumps and we're gonna put in our spillway, a bunch of plumbing and all of that stuff. So see you guys in the morning. Well, hello from our rainy job site. My name is Mr. Trash Bag Ben, and I just want to show you how we do our plumbing. You saw us put in our pump vault yesterday to house the pump, and we use 2-inch flex pipe from Aquascape. It's most flexy when it's warm and a whole lot less flexy when it's cold outside. And then I use Chrissy's Red Hot Blue Glue, any kind of PVC glue, and because slip fittings with PVC glue are by far the easiest to work with. You don't have to worry with clamps and threads and all kinds of silicone for each piece that you thread. It's a mess. So these slip fittings with PVC glue is quick, it's easy, and it works. We put in a 90 here, and then I put in a dual union so that I can get the pump out really. I have to adjust my skirt so we can put the pump in and out really easy. This dual union, boom, there you go. Make sure your dual union is going this way and not this way, because it's really difficult to unthread that one day in March when there's icicles floating in there. If you get your dual union up on the top instead of the bottom, it's easier to access. And then my 2-inch line will go to the top where I'm going to put in my spillway. Right up here. I'll show you that some other time when it's raining a lot less than it is right now. I would rate these a lot higher if they had sleeves and a hood.
Yeah.
So without sleeves and a hood, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna give them the best rating.
It does go down to your ankles, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So it doesn't run out, all the water doesn't run straight off the back of your raincoat into your shorts. That helps. Now it just runs down your neck and into your shorts. Hey guys, this video just kind of got away from me. I was busy putting in all the components, the ion gen, the dosing system, and DJ was over here foaming and mossing and graveling, and all of a sudden I was like, oh shoot, everything's covered up and you can't see what I'm doing anymore. But anyways, so you watched us build the framing boulders yesterday, put in the spillways, and then we need to foam with aquascape waterfall foam to make the water go over our spillway rocks instead of, you know, underneath. So we come back here to the liner, and in between the rock and the liner we run a whole bead of foam all the way along here, up this side. DJ has this covered with moss already, all the way up there. So I'm basically gonna foam from here all the way over to here, so that when the water tries to slip underneath these rocks, it's gonna wreck into this foam and it has to build up a pool and spill over. One thing we do to prevent leaks is, so you can see up here, he foamed all of this, and he foamed a foam wall right here. He stuck some of nature's makeup on there. Look at those little mosses and ferns. Here you can see the backside. He had foamed that all off. If this foam leaks, which it loses a little bit of water, I want it to end up down here inside the liner instead of out there in the flower bed. So what I do on the other side of this rock, I have this pocket right here. The liner's high, and I fill it full of gravel the whole way down to the bottom, just like this. It hides all the foam. This is supposed to hold the water so that it goes over a spillway rock and not over here, but if it does leak a little bit, rather than coming out here, it's gonna go straight into this gravel pocket, all the way down to the bottom into that pool. And it's never gonna create a leak at the edges. It's particularly important on these waterfall builds with very steep grade changes. You'll see the same thing over here. He foamed this off, but of course, if water would leak through that foam, it would go into this gravel pocket, which you guessed it, is straight gravel all the way down to here, so that if water leaks through here, it's never gonna cause a leak. It's gonna go down through the gravel and come out down here. When I fill up the basin, I'll put a garden hose here and show you what it looks like. We're gonna pretend that suddenly all of this foam busted and the water's all running out here. And instead of running out to the flower bed, it's gonna go down through there. And we'll do that like here. I'll do it here. If anything would break through, it would go down through that gravel pocket. Basically on each side of each framing boulder, I'll have a gravel pocket the whole way down to the bottom. So that's gonna prevent problems for you. And then when you have this yucky looking foam everywhere when you're done, just take a hike in the woods and pull up some of this moss. I like to get some with dirt on the bottom, a little bit of dirt, and then you can just put down a little bit of foam and boom, beautiful. And that foam actually absorbs moisture, and most of it grows, especially in a shady spot like this. If it's hot, sunny, some of it would die, but even dead moss is going to look better than black foam. So I always put it in. It helps, like spots like this. A little bit of lighting wire going up here, and I don't have any room to hide, so I'm gonna do this. Ooh, whoever needs to replace that is gonna hate me. Boom, what wires?
at that beautifulness. So that's how you hide things that are difficult to hide otherwise. Oh, don't forget to put your lights in on each waterfall. There's an aquascape 1-watt light, one here, one here. This one still needs to be put in, but it's gonna be shining right there. Definitely worth the investment. All right, let's get some junk cleaned up and start rinsing this thing, and we're gonna be plugging it in here shortly. Alrighty, let's go see what this magical backyard holds. It's one of the coolest backyards I've been in for a while. These winding flagstone pathways going through it. Beautiful landscape, mature trees in it, some natural stone steps, and then we have the new waterfall that we just built over here. Look at that cozy spot. Swing right there. All kinds of birds, chipmunks, squirrels. And then, as if that's not enough, oh, what do we have over here? Deck and a hot tub, screened in porch, this little walkway. Ooh la la! Who would have guessed? Not one, but two water features and a pond with some fish in it. And this thing is 15 years old, at least. Beautiful fish, and they're pretty tame too. That's a healthy ecosystem. Crystal clear water. A neat little Steve build. So pretty. More steps. Look at that view. What an awesome backyard. Well, hey, thanks for following along. Hopefully you learned some valuable stuff on this build that can help you when you're doing your own project. If you would rather have DJ and I come to your backyard and build awesomeness for you, feel free to reach out to Tussey Landscaping. Check out our website, piles of cool pictures and videos on there. And subscribe to the channel so you can see the content we're putting out. We're releasing every Saturday. And talk to one of our designers, either Derek or Eric, and he can help you with any questions you might have. Until then, see you in the next one.